Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Professional Knowledge Decode series for IBPS AA for 2026. This is episode number 3, that is horticulture. Today we are going to decode horticulture. So far we had completed 2 episodes. Those were animal husbandry and agronomy. If you haven't watched those videos, I kindly request you to go watch those videos and come back here because that was having more weightage than this. And also, I kindly request you to know about one thing. If you think horticulture is a small side or very small topic, means stop right there. Because, from 2013 to 2025, right? IBPS exam where 65 questions were asked from this subject alone. Imagine. So this makes the number 3 subject in the entire paper. That was, almost on par with the agronomy. In this one video, I will not make you read the entire horticulture textbook, but we will separate the topic, which actually have a more marks from the topic. Okay. So we have classified like high priority subtopics, medium priority subtopics, and last time revision questions based on the decoding the data, okay, from the last year question papers. So 6 topics from each were given, and that was elaborately given in each slide. I will be going to teach you, so don't miss this video. And also we have given the 2026 prediction based on the decoding only. Okay, based on the data analysis of last year. Okay, and let's start this. Okay, here let's first understand the weightage for this subject. 65 questions have appeared across last 12 years, and 2025 alone contributed 10 questions. So that is something important, right? Horticulture is not a least subject. It is having more scope and growing area, especially after 2020, because new subtopics were from this topics, new questions were raised. So new subtopics were added. 5 more subtopics were added after 2020. So this is the fastest growing subject scope. Okay. And also 20 plus distinct subtopics tested ever. Okay. And the varieties dominant roughly, 40% of the questions. Okay. So that is important. Variety type questions. Okay. And let's see the breakdown of each subtopic. So this data was given based on the decoding, decoding of the data from the previous questions from 2013 to 2025, which is having high frequency, which subtopics are having high frequency, which is having medium. Okay, so this breakdown was made based on the data. Okay, from the previous year questions. Okay, right. Mango varieties and breeding, post harvest technology. From these 2 topics, 5 questions from each were asked. And propagation methods, banana cultivation, fruit crop pH requirements, citrus apple plantation varieties. So please do remember these topics are very important. This is having the high priority, right? Mango, citrus, and apple, fruit crops, and all, and also the propagation methods. This comes under the high priority questions, and the vegetable varieties, mushroom cultivation, medicinal and aromatic plants, planting system. From each subtopics, there was 3 questions asked. Okay, from 2013 to 2025 question paper. And this may be categorized as the medium priority questions. So once you have completely studied this high priority questions, you can go to medium priority question and you can start studying. Okay. I hope now you must be knowing in which area you should be focusing more, and in which area you should give the least priority based on this slide. And here comes the high priority subtopics. Under this, totally 66 questions are there. Okay. And here, 14 questions are given. In the next slide, 12 questions are given. So these 26 questions are very important. That is from 6 different subtopics. You should be concentrating on these subtopics first. Okay. Since they are having the rising trend and also the stable questions. Okay. First comes the mango variety and breeding. You should study the first topic, that is mango varieties and breeding. Here, Amrapali, like this kind of questions were appeared in 2022. What is variety? What is Amrapali? Which is the cross between Daseri and Neelam. Okay, so that cross, the parent varieties you should know. The cross between Daseri and Neelam comes the Amrapali. And this variety is compact and regular bearing. What is regular bearing means that the type of mango tree which basically produces fruit consistently over the year, every year. Okay. And next comes the Ratna. Ratna variety, this has also been asked in 2022. And Daseri, this was asked in 2025. It may be re-askable. You can expect. Okay. So Ratna, which is the cross between Alfonso and Neelam. You should not confuse. If the Neelam is crossed with Daseri means then comes Amrapali. Okay. You can remember like NDA. N means Neelam, Daseri, Amrapali. NDA like NTA. Okay. And if it is NAR, NAR means that is the Ratna, Alfonso. Okay. So if the Neelam is crossed with Alfonso means then comes the Ratna variety. And these crosses were asked in the exam pattern. You can expect. And the next thing is that you should know what are all the polyembryonic varieties, what are all the which varieties are not polyembryonic. What is polyembryonic? Polyembryonic variety of mango is a type whose seeds generally, having multiple embryos. Okay, so in the seed there will be the multiple embryos, and the examples are papakai, olu, and velle kolumban. These three are example for the polyembryonic varieties. These seeds generally produce more than one seedling from the single seed since they contain more embryo. Okay. Next comes the not polyembryonic. They are not polyembryonic. Means that they must be monoembryonic variety. It is just opposite of polyembryonic, right? The seed will contain only single embryo that is formed through the sexual fertilization and all. Okay, the examples are the regular Alfonso. So Alfonso variety, which is monoembryonic, Langra, Chaza, and Dashil. Okay, so that's all about the mango varieties and the breeding kind of questions from this topic. Okay. You can expect the cross and what are all the polyembryonic and non-polyembryonic varieties and all. And the next comes the post-harvest technology. From the post-harvest technology, you can expect some of the terms and definitions. Okay, terms means what is ethylene ripening, degreening, blanching, boiling. So from this area, so for 5 questions had asked from 2013 to 2025. So this is having the rising trend. And here you can see what is ethylene ripening. If you are like if you are treating some fruits with ethylene means definitely that helps to ripen. That helps the immature fruits to get ripened. Okay, so that's where the ethylene is having the role. Ethylene helps converting the immature fruits to ripe. This was asked in 2022. And what about degreening? Degreening means as the name itself. As the name says, A name says that there is no green, right? No green means there will not be no chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll removal from the citrus in using ethylene. That is called degraining. Okay. And what is blanching? Blanching means that kind of, heat treatment. Okay. We use the hot water or steam that will be applied to the fruits or vegetables right after the harvest. Why we are doing means in order to stop the enzymatic activity. Okay. So before freezing, we are going to inactivate the enzyme. Okay. Using the hot water. Why we are inactivating means those enzymes are actually uh you know um, actually spoil or giving the bad smells or color fading during the storage. Like peroxidase, polyphenol oxidase will be there in the fruits. So once the harvesting is done, in the fruit there will be the enzymes like peroxidase, polyphenol oxidase. We have to inactivate. If we are not inactivate those enzymes means definitely our fruit will get spoiled, or there will be some bad smell coming from this fruit. So that the hot water treatment or the steam treatment is applied to the fruits are highly essential. Okay. And this was appeared in 2025. And next comes the parboiling. So parboiling is mainly done in paddy, partially, that is like a partial boiling before milling. So generally, parboiling is the hydrothermal process. Okay, we will soak the seeds and the steaming will be given and it will get dried before milling. Why we are doing parboiling means that you know the starch inside the grain will get gelatinized, and also the kernel will get hardened, and also helps in retaining the nutrients from the bran layer, so that there will be the significant loss of grain breakage during milling. So in general, while we are doing like the milling processing is happening, while the processing is happening, there will be the significant loss of grain, right? Grain breakage will be happened. In order to prevent the grain breakage, we are doing the parboiling. So from the IDPS angle, the post-harvest rose sharply from 2020. 2020, they started asking the questions from post-harvest technology. Okay, 5 questions in the last 5 years. Just imagine, from the last 5 years, 5 questions were asked. And before 2019, no questions were asked. So from 2020 onwards, they started asking questions from post-harvest technology also. Mainly blanching and degreening and all appeared in 2023 to 2025 VVSL posting. Okay. This is having the highest rising subtopic in entire horticulture. The post-harvest technology should be focusing more on this topic. Next comes the propagation method. From this area, 4 questions had asked so far from the previous questions, and it is also having the stable pattern. Here, you should know what is patch budding, what is dog rich, and the common propagation methods for the at least the major crops. Okay. What is patch bedding means? This is a plant propagation technique where the rectangle piece of bark from the scion, the rectangle piece of bark will be removed. Okay. So from the scion, the rectangle bark piece will be removed and that will be fitted into rootstock. Okay. And this is ideal for the trees with the thick bark like walnuts and all. Okay, so that is patch budding. Just we are removing that is part from the scion and we are just fitting into the rootstock. This is the propagation method. And next comes the dogreach. Dogreach is the highly popular vigorous grape rootstock. Okay, that is Vitis champini. It is widely used by the viticulturist, like grape users. Grape culture is worldwide as the base host to graft. Okay, for example, Thomson seedless and all, we can tell for this. Okay, dog ridge is nothing but grape rootstock. This question was appeared in 2024 directly. And next comes like why this dog ridge rootstock is used means this is having the drought resistant. It's a drought resistant. Drought resistant means like this root system can scavenge for the water. This is able to tolerate the drought condition. And also it is having the salinity tolerance. Okay. And also this is having the good vigorous growth. Okay. And when it comes to the common propagation of banana is sucker. That is also appeared in 2020. Common propagation of banana is through sucker. You might be knowing. Next comes the cashew propagation is done through the epicotyle grafting. Okay, epicotyle grafting. This is very important when it comes to the cashew propagation. This question was asked 2 times. Okay, it was shown in 2019 as well as 16 also. And this dog ridge was appeared in 2024. This is the direct question. Okay, so the vegetative propagation and all is purely genetic purity, right? Based questions that was appeared in 2025. And cashew, this question was appeared twice. So please memorize the grafting methods and important propagation methods for important crop. At least you can expect the questions from this area. Okay, so far 14 questions have been asked from this part alone. 3 subtopics were thoroughly discussed. Let's move on to the 3 more subtopics that was given under high priority topics. Okay. And here comes the part 2 of high priority questions. So previously we have discussed around 14 questions, right? From the 3 subtopics. Here 12 more questions had asked from the previous year questions that we are going to discuss here. Okay, 3 more subtopics are again important that was categorized as high priority one. Okay, you should focus these 6 topics first. Okay, first comes the banana cultivation. So in the banana cultivation, you can expert the terminology based questions. Okay, what is deflowering, what is propping and all. Okay, so here deflowering, this question is very important and this was asked. Deflowering means that removal of male bud, right? Male bud removal in banana, which helps for increasing the bunch weight. So this is actually a simple process where this dried or the weathered male flower remnants from the tip of banana fruits will be removed. Okay, so that we get more bunch weight, and also this process prevent the pest damage and improve the fruit quality before bagging. Okay, and next comes the propping. Propping in banana is actually the essential practice of using the external support. Okay, in order to prevent the banana plant from falling over. Okay, it helps in preventing the launching. Okay, prevent the banana plants from falling over under the heavy weight of their fruit bunches. Just we are giving the external support to the banana plant. So that is called propping. And next comes the important export variety. So most popular export variety in banana is Dwarf Cavendish. This is the high popular and wind resistant banana variety. Okay. Mainly, this is having the short height one, and it is having good fruit yield. Okay. It is having the highest fruit yield and it is very sweet and creamy taste. So that it is having, more export based side. So it is a good export variety. Then what is pseudo stem? Pseudo stem is not actually a true stem. This is the leaf sheet only. Okay. And also we can tell this is the false trunk of banana plant, or mainly made of tightly packed and overlapping leaf bases. Okay. That is called a pseudo stem. And here from the IBPS angle, this deflowering and cropping and all were already asked and tested in several times. And banana propagation through sucker, right? That is also easy 1 mark answer. That was also asked. And next comes the fruit crop soil pH requirement. You should know the pH requirement for the important fruit crops. And 4 questions were asked from this part from 2013 to 2025. Goa optimum pH is 4.5 to 8.2. Okay. So acidic to somewhat alkaline. It's a highly adaptable, and this question was asked in 2018. Next comes the banana optimum pH 6 to 7.5, nearly neutral. Okay. Slightly alkaline 6 to 7.5. The range you should know. You must be knowing the range. You should not confuse with the pH range for the crop fruit crops. For guava, 4.5. It's more acidic, right? 4.5 to 8.2. Here, 6 to 7.5. And this question was like these 2 questions were asked in 2018 previous year question. Okay. And the varieties where you may be confusing with, like Q is the pineapple variety, but Sardar variety is the Q. You should not confuse. So, like that, there was a question, but you should not confuse Q equal to Sardar. This is not, this is a trap question. Sardar variety is basically Goa, right? Means that this one, like pineapple variety is Q, okay? And Queen and Mauritius, okay? So, these are the commercial varieties. Here, Q, if there was a question like Q equals Sardar, means that is a trap. Okay, you should not confuse because Q is the famous and large sized variety of pineapple. Okay, Sardar is different, which is also known as Lucknow 49 variety. This is the high yielding variety of Goa. Should not confuse with these two. Okay, and this pineapple varieties were asked in 2024. And this Sardar variety, which is basically a Goa variety, high yielding one. And this is large, round, and primrose yellow skin color it is having. Okay. So from the IBPS angle, the BPH questions were also appeared in 2018 for the crops like guava, banana, grapes, and that, and also these varieties were asked. Okay. And next comes the citrus, apple, and plantation crop varieties. And here, 4 more questions had asked so far. And the first one is the finest Indian variety. They asked that is Darjeeling Mandarin or Coorg. Coorg or Darjeeling Mandarin, which is the finest Indian variety. This question was asked in 2016 previous year question. And Red Delicious, which is basically apple variety. Okay, so that was appeared directly in 2023. Okay, and the largest tea producer state. So the plantation crop where you can expert the largest tea producer state and the tea processing methods and all, and coffee tea where you can expect the questions. So far the questions were asked from tea. Okay, so the largest tea producer state is Assam, not Darjeeling. Okay, Darjeeling is located in West Bengal, right? But Assam is the largest tea producer state. We should remember. Next, there was a question like, what is CTZ? CTC means crush, curl, and curl. That is basically a fast industrial process used to make the black tea just by passing the weathered leaves through the metal rollers. They will pass the weathered leaves through the metal rollers with a sharp teeth will be there. So that will turn into hot pellet. Okay, so this technique basically create the strong and quick brewing tea, which mixes well with the milk. So here the CTC, which is very important, this is one of the processing step. The first one is weathering. Weathering means where the fresh leaves are generally dried, right, with the moving air. So in order to making them soft, we will make the leaves to become dry. Next, crushed ear curl. Here the leaves will go through the steel rollers. okay, at the high speed with the tiny teeth, so that the cell walls of the leaves will get break and roll the leaf into granules. So where the leaves will be turned into granules means that process is known as CTC, crush, peel and curl. Okay, then comes the fermentation, then drying, and finally grading and sorting. Okay, this CTC question was asked in 2024. CTC is one of the step of a tea processing method. Okay, and from the IBPS angle, this core Mandarin kind of questions were appeared in 2016, and core coffee, which was appeared in 2022, and the different crops and the same region means that basically they are two different crop, right? Poor coffee and poor Mandarin. Like they are not grown in isolation. Like in the Coorg region, they actually cultivated together as a mixed cropping system within the same plantation boundary. Okay. So instead of utilizing the separate field, what they do means in the Coorg region, like the region where the coffee plantation planters traditionally grow these two different crops alongside each other to maximize the land efficiency and also enhance the ecosystem health. So this is a two crop but in the same region, Coorg coffee as well as Coorg Mandarin. And IDPS uses this trap. A Red Delicious, this question was asked in 2023. And the apple varieties are the new territory for the IBPS. You should know. Means that from IBPS, like specifically in AVO exam, they have started recently asking questions about the apple cultivars and all. Okay, you should focus. So that's all about high priority questions. So far, we had discussed 5 plus 5 plus 4. 16 plus 10, 26 questions we have discussed from the 6 subtopics. So please be thorough on this topic since it is having more weightage. Okay, as far as we have decoded from the last few year previous year questions like 2013 to 2025. And here comes the medium priority questions. If you have completed high priority topics, then you can study medium priority questions. And also, you should not, take it lightly because, from 2013 to 2025 previous year questions, a total of 10 plus questions, you know, uh, 6, 9, 18 questions had asked from 2013 to 2025 previous year questions. And these many questions had appeared from mainly the 6 subtopics like vegetable varieties, medicinal and aromatic plants, planting system, mushroom cultivation, ornamental horticulture and floriculture, then the product cultivation and tissue culture. Okay. So these are all the easy one mark question. You can easily crack it. So the first topic is vegetable variety. From this topic, they ask the variety of peas, onion, and tomato. So, for 3 questions had asked from the previous questions that we had decoded. Leafless variety of pea, they asked. And this question was appeared in 2020. And the answer is circle. And they asked Kharif variety of onion. Especially they asked in the season Kharif, right? Pusa red and Nasik red. So here the pusa red is very famous and popular variety you must be knowing, right? And next comes the tomato pear-shaped variety, which is basically region specific, right? And from the IDPS angle, the variety like leafless variety of pea, this was appeared in 2020 and this was a easy one mark question. And also these questions were appeared. Okay. And the next section is medicinal and aromatic plants. Okay. And here 3 questions had asked so far from the previous questions from 2013 to 25. And marigold, what is this marigold? Which is the herb of the sun. Okay. And this question was appeared in 2025. And the next thing is that laxative medicinal plant. What is laxative medicinal plant? Laxative means that which is basically a medicine or plant or something somebody can take to make them get rid of solid waste from their body more easily. Okay, so in order to remove the waste, this particular plant is used as a food or a medicine, we can tell. So they asked the laxative medicinal plants, which are cassia or senna. Okay, this question was appeared in 2020. Okay, and next question is that botanical name of pomegranate. You can also expect this kind of questions, like they may ask the botanical names of the major crops and the medicinal and aromatic plants, vegetable varieties. You must be knowing the scientific name. Okay, that is a botanical name, right? Here, the pomegranate botanical name is Punica granatum, and this question was appeared in 2020. Okay, and this marigold question, which is herb of the sun, that was appeared in 2025, and also the garlic pungency compound. You must be knowing the garlic pungency compound, that is allicin, right? So when the clove is crushed or appear, this organosulfur compound, which is allicin, that is the reason why the garlic is, kind of pungency, expressing the pungency. Okay, so this question was also appeared in 2016. And onion pungency is due to volatile compound, that is sulfur compound, allyl propyl disulfide. Okay, and that was also appeared 2021. So both are like a repeat questions. Here I haven't given, please note it down. Okay, and the pomegranate, the botanical name was appeared in 2020. And next comes the planting system. This is the third subtopic under medium priority questions as we have categorized. And here the planting system for the different plants, they may ask, what is square system? So square system is basically the standard spacing in all direction, right? Where basically the trees are set at four corners of square but the equal distance between plants as well as row. So that is called square system. And quincunx system. What is quincunx system? In this system, where you can expect 25% more plants than the square system, because usually the trees are planted or placed at four corners. Okay, additionally, with the extra temporary filler tree, which can planted right in the center. Okay, like that, there will be the extra filler trees planted. So that's why it is having 25% more trees. Filler tree means that they are generally the fast growing and short lived fruit plants that can be planted in the middle. Okay. So when the main permanent trees grows big and start bearing fruit, means the middle filler trees actually cut down to stop crowding. Mainly to get the extra money and smart land use, planning and all, they will go for the spin hunts system. Next comes what is triangular hexagonal planting system, where the maximum plants per unit area is appeared. So in this system, maximum means that here also the trees can be planted in the square system, but the plants in second, fourth, or sixth alternate rows are planted, and such alternate rows are planted midway between first, third, and fifth alternative rows. Okay, so in the alternative rows also they will plant the trees, so that we can expect more plants in this system, triangular or hexagonal planting system. So from the IBPS angle, they asked like in 2023, the Quintus system, which was uh, the question asked, and this is the calculation based concept tested as a direct fact. Okay, so here is basically like you should know how it is being done. Okay, if there is a image means I can show. That is a kind of the logical based question, but here they asked like a direct fact. You should know 25% more plants than the square. This 25% is important. Okay, and the dense planting concept appeared in 2024. Here the dense planting means that the gardening method where you place the crops or seeds very close together in order to maximize the space and suppress the weeds and also conserve the soil moisture. That was appeared in 2024. And the next important subtopic is mushroom cultivation. From this topic, you can expect at least one question in the coming paper. Okay. Here they asked in 2025, what is shiitake? Shiitake mushroom is generally the edible fungus, okay, which is basically having the umbrella cap and wrinkled appearance, and it is having the fragile texture. And this was appeared in 2025. And what is button mushroom? They asked the scientific name. That is a botanical name, right? Which is Agaricus bisporus. You should know the button mushroom, oyster mushroom, and paddy mushroom. So the botanical name you must be knowing, right? You should know. Agaricus bisporus is the button mushroom that is most common. And when it comes to the tropical climate, the oyster mushroom is Pleurotus species. Okay, so from the IBPS angle, they test more mushroom cultivation and their botanical names and all, and their important texture, the characters you can expect. This is a new pattern. You can expect at least one mushroom question in this area. Okay, in 2026. And next comes the ornamental horticulture and floriculture. Here, the definition or terminology based you can expect. What is disbudding and what is pulsing and all. So disbudding is generally removing the small buds to get large flowers. That is called disbudding. Okay. And this was the direct question appeared in 2024. Next comes what is pulsing? So pulsing is generally the preservative uptake in cut flowers mainly done before the storage. It is a post-harvest treatment where the freshly harvested cut flowers stems mainly, okay, they are placed in the concentrated solution of sugars and germicide for a few seconds to 24 hours just to extend their vast life and also improve the petal color before storage. This is important post-harvest treatment. And next comes what is gladiolus. Gladiolus varieties they asked. Gladiola varieties, pink friendship, Pusa pitambar. Okay, Pusa pitambar and pink friendship, these are all the gladiolus varieties. And here this budding is asked 2024 exam. The definition here it is given. And the pulsing here, this question was appeared in two times, 2020 as well as 2026. And also you can expect this kind of questions to be asked in 2026 also. Both are expect to repeat. Okay. And next comes productive cultivation and tissue culture. And here also three questions had asked so far. And here mainly in 2022, where the greenhouse structure question was appeared, how it should be. Okay, partial air, water, sunlight. Okay, means that a greenhouse control where this structure specifically regulates the sunlight, water, air using the specific or passive or active design elements. So these elements, manage the internal microclimate of the greenhouse without fully sealing or automating every variable. Okay, this structure is very important. That was asked in 2022. And next, they asked micro propagation, common fruit crops via the tissue culture. Micropropagation means that advanced, plant tissue culture technique mainly used to rapidly produce large numbers of identical disease-free fruit plants, right? This was asked in 2016. And this somaconal variation, which is the protoplasmic fusion, where the somatic hybridation, like these two are same generally, protoplasmic fusion and somatic hybridation. This question was appeared in 2021. And here the somaconal variation means that the variation from the tissue culture, variation from the cell or tissue culture. So here the genetic or epigenetic changes which can be occurred in cells, mainly, that genetic or epigenetic variation appeared in the plants, which is grown through the tissue culture. Okay, so the main causes will be the oxidative stress and high level of plant growth regulators and all. Okay, so here soma kernel means variations or like genetic or epigenetic variations that can be appeared in plants, which is mainly grown through tissue culture. And this question was appeared in 2023. Okay. And somatic hybridation or protoplasmic fusion, these two are same, right? What is that? This is the biotechnology technique where the hybrid plants are generally produced. How they produced mean just by fusing the isolated plant protoplast. Okay. So with the fusion of this plant protoplast, that can be serving as the core physical or chemical mechanism to combine the genomes. So since we are combining the protoplasm, they are the genomes that can be combined across the sexually incompatible species. Okay. So that there will be different process like isolation, fusion, culture, and regeneration. Isolation means first the plant cell wall will be completely removed using certain enzymes and all. Then the fusion will happen. Okay, so two distinct protoplasts will be joined using some other chemical agent like polyethylene glycol or PEG or else the electric pulse and all. Okay, so once the fusion is done, that will be grown, right? The culture is maintained. So we'll grow for the fused product at the proper nutrient media to reform the cell walls and multiply into the callus, and finally the regeneration will occur. Okay, so from this, the new shoots and roots will develop and we will get the hybrid plant, that is protoplasmic fusion. This is having the different steps. Okay, this question was appeared in 2024. So here in this slide, so far we had discussed 6 different subtopics from this the 18 questions had asked so far. So please be thorough on this topic. Okay, this is also very important. So finally, we have given the last time revision topics. We have a time you can spend here. Okay. So this is having very least important because from this topic so far, IBPS AFO has never been asked any questions from this topics. We have a time you can just go through or do a surface level reading. Okay, because horticulture textbook mostly cover nutrients, storage charts, and pest schedules and all. Okay, so maybe the IBPS testing 5% of this content. So detailed nutrient composition of the fruits and vegetables. So IBPS never asked mango contains this many milligram of vitamin per this many gram. So this is nutritional biochemistry, right? So here no questions had asked so far. If you have a time, you can just go through it, and specific storage temperature for each fruit. This has also never tested in IBPS A for the last 12 years. And this is only the concept level questions and the detailed pest management per fruit crop. Here also no questions had been asked so far. Uh, Only the pest name sometimes that can be asked. And the flower induction chemical concentration, this is also never tested before. And acceptable scope is the concept of ethylene, right? Sorry, that is ethifon, not ethylene. Ethifon is a plant growth regulator which is used to induce the flowering, right? So here, this is having acceptable scope. You can just go through this topic. And the pollination requirements here also, no questions had never been tested. So this is basically belongs to the apiculture related questions, right? And this is not relevant to the this horticulture professional knowledge section. And finally, landscape design calculation and zone maps. Here also no questions had asked. Zero occurrence in last 12 years. So I am telling you again, this is the questions which you can revise at last time. That too, if you have a time extra. Okay. And here comes the complete priority map. Please take a screenshot and save this. So far, what we have taught is given here in the one slide: high priority, medium priority, and revision last 10 topics and all. How many subtopics are there, and how many questions have been asked so far from each subtopics. So everything is elaborated in detail in one slide. So please save this. And here the 2026 predictions are given. That too based on 12 years previous year question data decoding and all. This is merely the prediction. We are not giving you any guarantee. Okay. Because horticulture has the most new pattern questions of any subject that has appeared in 2023 to 2023. So prediction is very difficult. and here it carries higher confidence than the any other subject. Okay, so now the IBPS exams, like, they are expanding into post harbors and varieties based ideology questions, okay, to be asked. So here, high ratings or high priorities, right, or high predictions, as we have decoded, yeah, are given on mango varieties or process, post harvest, these concepts and all that we have already discussed. And the medium predictions were given on the pineapple varieties and mushroom cultivation and dogwitch, which is the grapefruit stock, right? And the very low prediction is on Quink's planting system. So this is a merely prediction. Again, I'm telling you, we are not giving you any assurance. Okay. And finally, we have come to an end of this video. Let's give you a quick summary of this episode number 3, that is horticulture. So far, 65 questions had asked from 2013 to 25, and this horticulture has secured number 3 subject in overall IBPS AFO subject. Okay, next to agronomy. So the first was animal husbandry, followed by agronomy and horticulture. Okay, so we had discussed high, medium, and lost time revision subtopics and all. Please be focusing on these topics first. Okay, so these are all the topics which we have given based on the prediction, data prediction from the last 12 years previous year question paper. Okay, and our top 2026 prediction will be on mango varieties. You can expect, and also post harvest technology, which is having the rising trend in the 5 years. In 5 years, it is having the rising trend. You can expect the questions from here. So 5 questions had asked so far in 5 years, and our exam tip, we would like to give you is that focus more on variety crosses. So the crosses you should know rather than the cultivation detail. Don't waste time on the cultivation details and well, please be focusing on the variety crosses. Okay. So here we have completed the horticulture. Our next video will be on episode number 4, that is soil science. So here we are going to discuss 60 questions. Okay. And please do subscribe our channel and comment your weakest horticulture topic. And if you have any doubts related to this, please feel free to comment. Okay, we are ready to give you the answer. Thank you, on and all. We'll see you in the next video.